Hi, everybody, wherever you may be from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back from around the world. This is Ham Radio Live.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me.
Oh my goodness. I love this one. 1989, Tina Turner. It was really her crowning glory. Probably one of her biggest hits later in life after the breakup with Ike Turner. And what a great song to start us off today. From wherever you may be in the great world of ours, I want to thank you for coming back to Ham Radio Live. It is a Thursday, August 11th, 2022 today.
Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
You know, one of my favorite songs she ever did too. It is so good, so good. And her success story is fantastic. She was literally thrown out of music. And then she just got back up and built herself back up again. The great Tina Turner with the best starting us off today. Wherever you may be around the world, away we go. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's good to be back with you. Thanks for coming to Ham Radio Live today. Oh, man, we're going to have a fun show. We really are. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I moved up the extra test. We just supposed to do general today, right? General, we kind of in order, tech, general, extra, rinse, lather, repeat. But we're going to do some extra license questions today because we got a couple of young ladies who are here who are going to take the amateur extra test later today. And we want them to have every leg up they can do. And there they are. Jenna, November 4th, Juliet Echo Hotel, and her sister Avery, Kilo 4, Victor Romeo Yankee. And we think you're going to get that extra today, girls. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You'll get it. You'll get it. The main purpose why we come is to try and help you to get your amateur radio license. And it's a wonderful hobby. This is so much fun. There's so much to do. If you're shy, you don't want to use a mic, you can use a keyboard. If you don't want to use a keyboard, play with television. Yeah, we do that too. We also do text. We do photos around the world. We chase satellites. We do the space station. My goodness, we bounce signals off the lunar surface. And it is a ball. It is such a ball. Contact someone like the American Radio Relay League, www.arrl.org. Please hit the Contact Us bar. Let them know where you're located. They'll send you an amateur radio club your way, and you get to know the club. They'll help you get on the air. www.arrl.org. If you hear from WRMI and the CQ Calling Show, a great big welcome to you around the world. We are heard today worldwide on WRMI, out of Okeechobee, Florida. WRMI Shortwave broadcasts the show, and we're honored to be there. And I'm especially honored that ICOM sponsors the show. I really am. It's already been to Hawaii, South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand. It happened earlier today at 0815 UTC on 7780 kilohertz. Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East have the show in about an hour on 15770 kilohertz. That's 19 meters, and it'll work really well for you tonight. Good signal your way today. Also, that show will also be retransmitted tomorrow at 2115 UTC over on 7730 kilohertz. North America has a show tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on 93.95 kHz, and the Caribbean, Central, and South America have the show tonight, 8:15 Eastern Time on 99.55 kHz, and that show is also simulcast, if you can't pick it up over terrestrial, on the internet stream, www.wrmi.net. If you hear it on anything other than the terrestrial stream, you'll get an EQSO card. Yes, you will. I'll make sure and send you one. So good luck getting the signal, and hopefully you'll enjoy the show today. If you'd like to email me, please feel free. You can find me at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. That's cqhamradiolive@gmail.com, and a great Discord channel that I'm very honored to be a part of. I really mean that. It's great to have good friends who put stuff together for you that you're not mentally capable of doing. I want to thank Jeff and Dirk again for the great job they have done on the Discord channel at ham-radio-live. If you've never been, I'll make sure in the description section of the video, there'll be a hyperlink so you can join us over on Discord. We'll get to the weather first, and we'll get to first, seconds, and thirds, okay? First, the weather powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio, and we just keep waiting for those sunspots to come over from the east limb of the sun. We really are. Yeah.
Take your shoes off.
Why not?
Y'all come back now. Here.
Yeah, we're waiting for them to come back, but they're not in the Earth's shadow yet. Not even close to facing Earth. So we're seeing some sunspots disappear soon. We're hoping to keep conditions in triple digits this weekend. There's one of them. The other one is just a little north of this one that's squared off on the left side. That's the backside of the sun as far as we can see it there on the east limb, that crescent area there. We're going to lose 3071 probably after tomorrow, and we're going to have to get some replacements to keep that SFI up. Hopefully it will. Magnetosphere view of the sun. This is the last 4 days. Kind of keep an eye on how the sunspots progress from left to right or east to west over the sun. Today, still a little bit of high solar wind coming from the coronal holes 12 and 10. Even though they don't look like they're facing Earth, they still can shoot, their wind out this way, and they have been too. Solar flare detection the last 3 days, 5 sunspots currently on the front side of the sun. We're current just below a sea level, and we need to get that SFI up and more sunspots to bring that up. SFI number today, down 1 more to 108. Sunspot numbers up 2 to 60. Area numbers flat at 390. KP index, here's your noise floors, K3. That's a little unsettled on the bands today. We expected everything to kind of go a little quieter, and hopefully by tonight it will. If not tonight, it will be tomorrow. Look for a K3 or 4 to stay. We've already got that. Hopefully just a 2 or 3 tomorrow, and a 2 on Saturday. So great conditions. You want to work park on the air, contests, good low noise floors coming up on Saturday. QRZ conditions, SFI 108, solar numbers 59, index a little elevated at 11, and barely. If you get it below 10, it's more manageable, but we got a little high. K-index is 3. That's unsettled. Signal to noise ratio right now, S2 to S3, your signal noise level. So that's where it is. I didn't mean ratio, but you know what I'm talking about, signal noise level. And MUF over Boulder, look at that, 16.18, still just 20 meters over Boulder at this time. BZ latitude, also a problem. It's a negative 5.7. Expect some QSB on the bands today. Solar wind, 556.1 kilometers per second. Now your 6 and 2 meter E-skip are available today. EME bouncers, those are the moon bouncers that like to work amateur radio. Fair conditions today, and I think their HF is pretty darn solid. I don't know that you're going to really get higher than 15 in the northern hemisphere. Possibly a little bit of 12, maybe, but very late in the day. Kilo Charlie 2 Golf map, this kind of spells it all out. Look at this. Basically, if you're right at the U.S.-Canadian border, 18 megahertz, so 17 meters south and 14 meters north. That's basically where it's at right now in North America. Even heading south in North America, 17 out of Southern California, Panhandle of Florida at 22, Great Lakes at 18, 17 New England. These are very low numbers today on the MUF map. 38 megahertz if you're in the southern part of Venezuela, 31 just south of Sao Paulo, Brazil. In Africa, they have a little bit of everything, about the 10-meter band closing out there in Mali. So good conditions there as the sun is about to set. And then as you head south, they get the 10-meter band again right in the middle of the country, just literally almost the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And then as you head south towards Namibia, it starts to go down again, about 20 meters there where Winan lives in Namibia. If you're down towards Cape Town, 7 megahertz. In England right now, in the UK, 15 megahertz. See that? It doesn't seem like it could be right. I don't think that's right. I can't imagine that there's that much of a difference between Great Britain and France. Let's give them a 21. So 21 megahertz out of UK, 21 France, 19 the northern part of Germany, 26 Portugal. If you're heading down towards the country of Italy, right about 23. And if you're in the north part of the Middle East, 24 megahertz. Far East, Tokyo at 14, and Australia, for the most part, still on the 40-meter band. Your ham and shortwave forecast for today, powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. SFIs to be fairly stable through the weekend. We thought we'd get an increase, but those sunspots just are not coming from the east limb. They will be, but they're just not there yet. A-index and noise floors to decrease tomorrow. Noise floors to decrease to about S0, hopefully by Saturday. Voice bands in the north, 20, 17, and possible 15 in the southern part of the northern hemisphere, maybe 12 as well. But we're talking really south. We're talking mid-Florida, southern Texas. And if you're very lucky, maybe the southern part of Arizona and California as well. If the mid-latitudes is your location, you've got everything, 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. In the south, you're going to get 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. 15, 12, and 10, probably good today. North of 30 degrees. That's where it's at. So anything north of there, you'll get everything. South of there, you're going to start losing 15, 12, and the 10-meter band. Tonight, ham bands, noise floors to decrease by tomorrow now. Oh boy, nighttime ham band openings 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30, best EX on your maximum usable frequency at sunset, then go down to the next lower band. 20 meters, still fantastic after dark. Great DX there. And if you're going MUF at sunset, you'll be working close to 20 meters. In the morning when you wake up, if you're an early riser, about 40 meters. Get you good calls right around gray line. Shortwave friends, your bands during the daytime, 31, 25, 22, and 19 meters. Shortwave nighttime bands tonight, high noise floors tonight and today on 120, 90, 75, 60, 49, and 41. Then the noise will dissipate as you get to 31, 25, 22, and the 19-meter band. 19 open in the northern hemisphere, about 90 minutes to 2 hours after sunset, and the signals will fade away. Today's total solar rankings of 4. We just got to get those sunspots in a positive BZ latitude and about 17 other things to go our way, and then we'll get good rankings. That's it. That's the hard part when you talk about forecast, because it's like, okay, you can see the sunspots coming from the east limb, and the sunspots going away from the other side. It's like, okay, where's the race going to be? Are the sunspots going to get there from the east limb in time to replenish the sunspots going away on the west limb? And this time, Larry just doggone well didn't get it right. Sorry. No! Yeah, that's the way it goes. Let's find out who's first, second, and third into the show today. We're grateful you're part of the show today. A very happy Thursday to you, wherever you may be in our wonderful world today.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Coming in first, and she takes her amateur extra license later today, and yesterday her sister came in first. She's got bragging rights today. Jenna, November 4, Juliet Echo Hotel from Georgia. Give her a beep. Hi, Jenna. Good luck on the test today. Good luck, and congrats on coming in first. That's awesome. Relax. Know the answers. The ones you know, just fly through those. Make sure, double check your work afterwards, right? The ones you think you know, put a little mark by, and the ones you don't know, maybe a different mark by. And then as you take the test, what you'll find is that another question will get right up here, and oh yeah, I remember now. The one you thought you knew, now you can answer it, right? That's how that test works, really does. And today we pushed up the amateur extra license so you and Avery can hopefully get that test passed tonight. Yeah. Congrats on coming in first, girl. That's great. Good luck to you tonight. William Myers also, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike, second place, North America, 2 for 2 so far. Welcome. Yay. And Will, 3 for 3 for North America. Kilo November 6, Tango Zulu Kilo. Welcome to the show, Will. Nice to have you. Nice group today. Jim, another North American. Look at that. Whiskey 6, Julie, India Mike. Walnut Creek, California's here. Welcome to the show. Yay, Jim. Hey, Jim. Good group. Mike Smith, He breaks all the North Americans who are coming in. He's here from Great Britain, Golf Zero, Romeo Foxtrot Delta. Mike, it's a pleasure to see you. Thanks for coming this evening. Nice to have you. Ron, also from North America, from Canada, Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot, Union Charlie, a wonderful YouTube channel, and a really nice guy, too. Really super guy. Ron, welcome. Good to have you. Andy Kelly, good man. 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. Hello, brother. Good to see you all the way from the UK. Thanks for joining the show this evening. Winan, all the way from Africa. Country of Namibia, to be precise. Winan, good evening to you. Victor 51 Whiskey is Winan's call sign. Welcome to the show. There's Jenna's little sis Avery, Kilo 4 Victor Romeo Yankee. Good luck on the test tonight. We're going to be pulling for you, girl. We really are. We're hoping that you and Jenna both pass. Now, here's the thing. It's a bad thing, right? Because you're taking it, both of you, right? My prayer is you both pass. Because if one passes and one doesn't, the person that passes isn't going to have that wow, woohoo feeling you'd normally have, because you're going to feel kind of bad for the sis that didn't get it, right? Go in there the best you can, do the best you can. And you have no idea, girls, how much I'm hoping that you get your amateur extra ticket tonight when you take the test. Good luck to both of you, okay? And one more thing real quick. If you don't pass it, all right, you still learn something valuable. You've now taken the test and you have experience with it. Experience is a great teacher. So if you don't pass, pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and go back and take it again. Okay? You'll get that test. You'll get it passed. Tom, all the way in Bahrain. He is at 10:19 p.m. Good to see you, Tom. Good evening, man. It's nice to have you. William here from Jacksonville. That's a little bit closer, actually, 7 hours. William, November 5th, Echo Victor. Victor's going to be a wonderful show with him here today.
That's mighty hospitable of you.
Sir. Hi, William. Good to see you. Elmer time. That's Jeff from Hayden Island area, Portland. Alpha Delta 7. Lima November. Welcome back, Jeff. Good to have you. Gary Strong, Las Vegas. Whiskey 9 Papa Yankee. My brother Bob, courtesy of WIFI. Welcome. William in Jacksonville. My coax and ham sticks arrived today. Yes! Only one more thing to arrive and I can be back on the air. Now that is some great news. You know what? Let's just do it for fun because it's worth it. You're a good friend. And I'm so grateful for you getting back on the air. It's a really neat story about all the stuff he had to go through, got rid of his gear to pay for stuff, and then he comes back on the air, right? I think that's so special, William. Not only, you're getting back, but so many people are helping you along the way and encouraging you. Congratulations, man. Seriously. Congratulations, yeah. Roger McKeon and Molly from Spokane Valley, Washington. Kilo Juliet 7, Lima X-Ray, and K9. Welcome to both of you today. Thanks. Rob from Tucson joins us. Hi, Rob. How hot is it down there? Man, I bet really hot. November 7, Tango Alpha has lots of the monsoons kind of settled in your way. It gets hot and humid there. And then they get thunderstorms, and it's just bad. Just really, really bad. Yeah. Let's see. Tom never really liked Tina's music, but this is an exception for sure. I was kind of that way too. When this song came out in the late 80s, I was like, wow, she's really big. A big voice, booming voice, kind of like if you remember some of the stuff that Whitney Houston used to do. Whitney had a real high voice, right? This version, this Tina Turner song, the best, she kind of had that same thing, that real high voice that just pierced through the song. Beautiful song. Tom, thank you. Appreciate that. That's a neat song. Winan, no. You simply the best, Larry and friends. Will bless your heart. Thank you, Winan. It's nice. And she was, I don't know if I know she went through a lot of really bad things with Ike. She really did. And, she was blacklisted in music for a long time, but she never stopped fighting. She really didn't. And she's a great success story. She really is. For anybody, whether you're male or female in this world, the story of Tina Turner and how she fought to get back is really cool. Really is. Take a look at it. You might like it. Might like it very much. Aaron Lutz from Canada, welcome. Victor 05 Lima Golf, good to see you. as well as, look at this, Phil Durall. Welcome. Good to have you, mate. Isn't this nice? Go Jenna and Avery. Absolutely. We'll give you a little extra love later on. That's where we're going to do the amateur extra stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. And good luck for you guys. Truly, everyone just wish you all luck because we want you guys to pass. We do, but we want you both to pass. Yeah. Aaron, they're both taking the amateur extra license exam tonight. So we're wishing them good luck. Ron Walensky, November 8, Whiskey Charlie Romeo, Monroe, Washington. That's just out of Seattle. Good to see you. And there we go. Avery, Kilo 4, Victor Romeo, Yankee. We will pass. There you go. Good. Good. We want you to. We do. Yeah, we really do. Very important to us. And, it's something that we really, really want you both to be able to walk out of there with big smiles. We do. William, I can imagine I'm used to that kind of heat living in Florida. The UK, on the other hand, is not so much. My cousin got heat stroke and ended up in the hospital. Yeah, what the UK is going through in terms of temperatures is unbelievable. Very, very warm there. Oh, my gosh. Dave, welcome. Whiskey 6 Charlie Romeo Tango to Temecula, California is here. We're grateful you've come. Thank you so much. And William, I may try and sneak into that session as a VE. The girls are really special to us. Jenna and Avery are very, very special. And they're this close to the top level license in the States. Eamon Azar, welcome. November 9, Sierra Echo Sierra. Good to have you, Eamon. Thanks for coming. It's one of the people we have here that's actually worked King Hussein, the great one. Juliet Yankee 1. Yep. Steve in the UK, 2 Echo 0, X-Ray Sierra Hotel. Best of luck, Avery and Jenna. Lots of good advice here. And some real motivation and encouragement. That's what I love about this. The motivation, encouragement. It's really cool, and it's so nice to see. It's refreshing, really is. William in Jacksonville, take a deep breath, relax, don't overthink the questions, and don't change your answers after you finish. I've seen so many people fail because they changed their answers. I agree to a certain extent. I do. I'm just telling you my experience. I rechecked my answers before I turned it in. I did, but it was only on the ones I was curious about. My code was weird. I got the ones right away I knew. The second ones, I was kind of like, I think I got this. Like, I'm 90% sure. So, one of those, I put a check. And the ones I didn't know, I'd put an X. As I took the test, some of the X's became more familiar to me. And the check marks, they filled themselves out. The thing that I think is so important on the test is relax. Just relax and just do it like you know it. And if you do that and you have confidence, and the cool thing is your sisters, you're taking it together, I think you do well. I'm grateful for the people who are on this stream right now who are encouraging both of you girls to do this. I mean that. Good luck to both of you today. I hope you do well. Kevin from Iowa, good to see you. Mr. Corncob on the air is here. Kev, I'm telling you, man. It's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, and I've got an interesting story about that, too, when you talked about after doing it. Jenna says, yes, go for the first instinct is what I have heard time after time. Yeah, I think I only changed 1 or 2 on my test, but it was more just a proof that I didn't make a mistake because you got to read the questions carefully. Read them carefully. Some are which one of these isn't. Some of them are which one is. And the answer sometimes can be a little bit confusing too. Just take your time, read them, and don't overthink it. You'll be fine. Steve, Visalia, California. He's a first-timer. Kilo, November 6, November Whiskey Victory. Welcome back, Steve. Nice to have you. Wow, what a treat. Nice to see you, Steve. Thank you for coming from California today. Dale's here from Arkansas. Kilo, India 5, Tango Sierra Foxtrot. And I think we are just about done. William talking to Brian now. He's going to let me know if I can sneak in. Oh, boy. Yeah, just if you can, I guess. Yeah, but girls, just relax. Please, just relax. That's the best thing you do. The test, you don't have a timer. Just take your time. And you know what? Enjoy it. Have fun. That's something you don't hear about tests. Have a little fun because you're both there together. Not many sisters or brothers get to do that. Dan Bernization, looking forward to the show and great luck to Avery and Jenna. That's very, very nice. Thank you for that. Mike, Jacksonville, Kilo Golf 2, Mike, hello to you, and thank you for coming. And out of Arizona, that would be Charlie Red Summit RF. Welcome to you, too. Nice to have you. All right, folks, we're going to scoot right now into that amateur extra license exam. This is where you really get the rubber meet in the road. From technician to amateur extra, all three licenses they cover within Ham Test Online. The great part of this is if you don't pass the test, they have a 100% money back guarantee, and you'll be covered basically. So they're that confident you'll be able to pass your test. All right, we're going to do amateur extra ham bites today. Hopefully giving Jenna and Avery a little extra luck that maybe one of these questions will be on the test, and hopefully this helps you. All right, first question from the extra: from which of the following bands is amateur radio contesting generally excluded? All right. Now, there's some things called the work bands. Okay. And these bands are 60, 30, 17, and 12. That's what they are. 60, 30, 17, and 12. Those are bands that you shouldn't be contesting on. They're called the work bands. In here, you see 30 is listed, and that's the correct answer. It's one of the work bands. So just remember, if you can, right, 60, 30, 17, and 12 are work bands, and contesting is generally prohibited from those, and you'll have the answer right. Okay. Next, what privileges are authorized in the U.S. to persons holding an amateur service license granted by the government of Canada? All right. The easiest way to share this with you is you get to use, this is the Canadian coming down to the U.S. to work the radio, okay? If they've got a license there, okay, they get the operating terms and conditions of the Canadian amateur service license not to exceed U.S. amateur extra class license privileges, okay? Excuse me, I really needed that water. Remember, Canadians, they can go to 2,250 watts to transmit, right? But here in the States, we're limited to 1,500 watts. That's why Canadians can't come down here and go, 2,250. It cannot exceed the U.S. amateur extra class license privileges. So if you're coming from Canada, you have the conditions of your license not to exceed the U.S. amateur extra license. Okay, next question. And this is kind of a neat one. I'm excited about this one. How does a narrow band roofing filter affect receiver performance? Okay, let's take a look at the three, because the fourth one is all these choices are correct. All right, first one, it improves sensitivity by reducing front end noise. Okay, number two, and by the way, it does do that. It does. Number two, it improves intelligibility by using low Q circuitry to reduce ringing. Okay. Number three, it improves dynamic range by attenuating strong signals near the received frequency. And please, you have my apology. Number one is wrong. That's not correct. Number three is the only one here. All right. So when we're talking about how narrow band, now it's very important you look at what kind of a roofing filter it is. It's a narrow band roofing filter. Okay. The answer here is number three. It improves dynamic range. That's the key word, by attenuating strong signals near the received frequency. Now, what does that mean in layman's terms? All right. It allows you to hear weak signals by bringing the other signals that are really close to you down, so you can hear those weak signals. So it improves dynamic range by attenuating strong signals near the received frequency. That's what narrowband roofing filters do. It's a way of getting out the noise so you can hear the little guy that's, in between where the high power signal is coming in on your receive passband. And this talks about dynamic range of a receiver. And there's a really big part of it here, the second paragraph. The dynamic range of a receiver is the range of input signal power levels that a receiver can handle successfully. Specifically, it is the difference in decibels between the minimum discernible signal and the strongest signal that the receiver can handle without excessive distortion products. So that's why when we're talking about this question, it improves the dynamic range. And how does it do it? By attenuating strong signals near the receive frequency. Have that, you'll get it right. All right, next question. And this one we're going to play together, and we will make this one an all-in, if you don't mind. All right, question number this. What aspect of receiver analog to digital conversion determines the maximum received bandwidth of a direct digital conversion SDR? All right, before you go too far here, let me just get this because this is very, very important. All right. If you have a hybrid SDR, it's essentially a super heterodyne radio going into digital technology. So it has basically it has an intermediate frequency, all right, and then it goes into the A to D converter and the field programmable gate array. Makes it an SDR, but because the front end is hybrid, it has that crystal at the very beginning. That's the ASU rigs. That's what they are. Now, ICOM, Flex, and Elecraft are direct sampling. Okay, so that would be like on this. What aspect of receiver analog to digital conversion determines the maximum received bandwidth of a direct digital conversion SDR? Now's your choice. Good luck, and I hope you get it right. All right, Andy New, first in. He says sample rate. Andy loves the questions. And he does. And Andy, we got to get you taking that test, man. We really do in the UK. You can get that intermediate because you're 100% right. It's sample rate. Yeah. When you're talking about direct digital conversion SDRs, all right, the sample rate is what helps to determine the maximum received bandwidth you're going to get. That's how it does it, just sample rate. So when you get this gigantic $50 question, remember, it's just sample rate, right? Avery, you got it right, kiddo. Well done. William in Jacksonville also got it right. Jenna, I think you meant that D. Yeah. Charlie gets a B, and Wyman with D, William with D, Eamon with D, and no, you meant C. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll take it. All right. Andy Cowley in the UK also had D. So yeah, and Jenna, D, you would be 100% correct. Yep, it is D. Sample rate, that's all it is. So when you get this big question, if one of you do tonight, what aspect of receiver analog to digital conversion determines the maximum received bandwidth of a direct digital conversion SDR? Just remember it's sample rate. That's it. If you answer it that way, you'll have it right. I have a feeling one of you is going to get that question for whatever reason. All right. Next question. What is the minimum passing score on all amateur operator license examinations? See, this is from the technician license. See what I mean? Those technician questions and the general questions filter their way into the amateur extra. The answer here is a minimum passing score of 74%. That's it. So remember, you guys get to take 50 questions tonight. That means you can miss 13, which is good. Here's the little thing, 74%, little about it, okay? The VEs grade the exam upon completion. The minimum passing score is 26 out of 35, okay? So you got to pass 9, so that's 9. If you get 9 wrong, you still get the doggone test. You get the license, I mean. It's on the tech in general. Now, on the extra, you can miss 13. That's the cool part. So don't make yourselves think, gosh, I've got to get this right. You've got some wiggle room. And the person that gets all of them right and the person that misses 13 is still an extra. All right. Next question. What is meant by the term mode, M-O-D-E, as applied to an amateur radio satellite? All this is its up and down link frequency. This comes from the technician questions as well. It does. It's just the satellite's uplink and downlink frequency bands. So when you get this question, if you do, what's meant by the term mode as applied to an amateur radio satellite, just remember the satellite's uplink and downlink frequency bands. That's mode. You'll have it right. Next, which of the following conductors would be best for minimizing losses in a station's RF ground system? They cover this as well in the technician license. It's a wide, flat copper strap. That's all it is. A wide, flat copper strap is of those four, the following conductors that will do the best. That would be the forgiven resistive wire, such as spark plug wire. Nope. Solid wire. Nope. Wide, flat copper strap. Yep. Stranded wire. No. Just remember wide, flat the copper strap, and you'll be fine. All right. What is the approximate open circuit voltage produced by a fully illuminated silicon photovoltaic cell? Now, the good news, girls, is you're not going to get one of this that doesn't say it's fully illuminated. So, if you have, for example, what is the approximate open circuit voltage produced by a photovoltaic cell in the shade? That's not one of the questions. This is it. And when it's fully illuminated by the sun, it's half a volt. It's approximately half a volt. That's it. So 0.5 volt if you get this question about an illuminated silicon photovoltaic cell. All right. Which of the following can be measured with a vector network analyzer?
You have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Yeah, of course I'd play it. Of course I'd play that. A vector. Okay, which of the following can be measured with a vector network analyzer? All of them. Every single one of these. Input impedance, output impedance, reflection coefficient. Therefore, all these choices are correct. So if you get the question about the vector network analyzer, just remember every one of these choices is right. Input impedance, output impedance, reflection coefficient, all of them are correct. You get it right. All right. And this is what it looks like. This is an inexpensive vector network analyzer by NanoVNA. Just to give you an idea. All right. The final question is just going to be a gimme. Not going to give you the question, but the answer to it. All right. Which of the following is good practice when using an oscilloscope probe? Just keep things short. If you remember that little statement, you'll be fine. Keep things short. The answer: keep the signal ground connection of the probe as short as possible. Enter it that way, and you will have it right. That is today's Amateur Extra Hem Bites, powered by Hem Test Online. 100% money back guarantee if you fail that test. Find them online at www.hemtestonline.com. And good luck, girls. Don't put pressure on yourself. Avery and Jenna, don't, or anybody else that's going to take the extra. Don't put pressure on yourself. There are many people who've taken the test 5, 6, 7, 8 times before they pass it, and they're thrilled to have the extra license. Tonight, I hope you do your best, and no matter what, I know you will, and that's the cool part. No matter what happens, go in there with confidence, and you will, I'm sure, get a hold of me tonight and say, Larry, I got the license. I'd be so happy. Just let me know, would you? That would be awesome. That would be so much fun. All right, let me catch up with you. Hopefully everything's going good. Anders is at 14.157 now. Propagation is changing. Okay, that's good to know. I think we're going to be, let me see, hold on. Avery, she says, Elmer time, it's Jeff. 200 points for Larry using airplane quotes. Well, yeah, I hope so. Well, okay, here's one more.
We're running out of time.
Surely there must be something you can do.
I'm doing everything I can. And stop calling me Shirley.
And that should be worth an extra 200 points now. All right, we'll take it. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Show's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. Avery says, I'm going to be sad if I don't see plasma at my extra. Oh, now you're putting the pressure on the man. Uh-oh. Well, you know, where he's at in Florida is quite a ways away from y'all. So if he doesn't make it, don't be sad. You focus on that test, and that test alone, Avery, you're going to be fine. And if you don't pass it, you learn from the experience. My hope is that you both pass, and you both pass with flying colors. Even if you miss 13, that's still flying colors. You passed. And just then savor the moment. Okay? Remember how you felt when you were there and what it was like. You only get one chance at that moment. Enjoy it if you guys pass the test tonight. And don't forget to let me know, okay? That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I know you guys are excited. Moses from Sweden, finally, I was able to make it to the show. Yesterday, I was in a phone call, and the day before that, I think I fell asleep. Well, I know that the show makes people fall asleep, for goodness sakes. If it doesn't, then, you know, what I have to do is I have to play slower music than this. And that's why I play fast when you start the show. It's a long story, but okay. Never mind. We'll just end with that. It's good to see you guys. It really is. We want to remind you, coming up this Sunday, that's going to be Sunday, August 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 5 p.m. Pacific. The Parks on the Air Awards will be on their YouTube channel. Be a lot of fun. And I hope some folks on the channel win some awards from them. If you're outside the States, it's going to be at 00 UTC on Monday the 15th. I know it's late, but gosh, I'm sure you'll love it. It would be a great opportunity for you to support some folks and watch what they get. Hopefully our Mike, Kilo Golf 2 Mike comes away with a big winner award. Hope you do, Mike. Also, don't forget, coming up on August 27th, we have Carlos, Kilo Delta 9, Oscar Lima November, talking Parachute Mobile here on the show. It's at 1900 UTC here in the States, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. In the UK, that's 8 p.m. London. And if you're over in Australia, I know, 4 a.m. That's too early. Then on Saturday, the 3rd of September, join us, please, 1900 UTC. Meet Gary Pierce from Ham Radio Now, one of the originators of Ham Radio on YouTube. And it's going to be a great show. Excited to have Gary join us. That'll be fun. It's at 1900 UTC again, noon Pacific, and 3 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. In London, if you're over there in the UK, it'll be at 8 p.m. your time. Gary's been around a long time, and it's a fun show coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. And then we've got an early show on a Friday. It's a late show UK-wise. I know that. It's a little bit late for us, too, and it's not on a Saturday, right? Join us Friday, all right? That's September the 9th at 23 UTC. Meet Hayden from Ham Radio DX on YouTube. Yep, he's from Down Under. We're going to have a lot of fun with Hayden. Please join us on September 9th at 23 UTC. And then join us on the 10th of September at 19 UTC. Meet Brandon, Whiskey 1 Sierra India from Ham Test Online. He's going to talk about how they can help you get licensed or licensed up. That'll be fun. Thanks to Ham Test Online for coming on the show. Should be fun. We have a topic question for you today. It took a long time to get here, but we're grateful we got it. What exotic place would you like to work from? Okay, exotic places. What would exotic be? I don't know, maybe you're like on Christmas Island, or perhaps you're in Tahiti or Samoa. Maybe you're in the Caribbean somewhere. Perhaps you're up in the mountains at a beautiful chalet in Switzerland. Let me know an exotic place you'd like to work your radio from, and that's ham or shortwave, and we'll make it part of the show. All right? We've got a really neat segment coming up. Kevin, Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo, has used a lot of things as antennas on his YouTube channel. A church bell. He's used a ladder. He's used a silo. He has done so many things with different objects to become antennas. What about a cornstalk or two? Does it work? Let's take a look. This is courtesy of Kevin's channel on YouTube. Find him at Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo, so K0KLB, right here on YouTube.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little unusual and a little different, and we're going to try and make us a corn tenna. And we're going to use these nice green, fresh corn stalks that are pushing some good ears right now, and they're about 8 foot tall. And there should be a lot of moisture down the center of these stalks to hopefully move some current and radiate some energy off our radio. Now we're going to put 2 of these 8 foot stalks together. I'm going to bond them together at the ends, and we're going to make 16 feet. And hopefully that'll resonate on 20 meters, and we can make some calls. I don't know if it's going to work. We won't know till we try. Let's go see what we can do. Come on. So here's the plan. I've got this 1x2 board, 2 of them tied together, and we're going to mount that on my mast right here. And we're actually going to come up with coax in this project from the radio. So we're going to let the G90, the Zygu G90, auto-tune the Corntenna and see how we'll test the old theory that the G90 can tune up anything. So we're going to mount the board here, and then the Cornstalk will start here and work its way up the board. Well, we've got the Corntenna put together. There is some assembly required on the Corntenna. We've got our metal mast coming up to our connector there, and then the bottom of the Cornstalk goes up about 8 foot, and then it'll connect to the second Cornstalk and go the rest of the way. We'll get a full measurement on that. So the plan is, I built this alligator clip with a wire and then some copper wire. So I'm going to connect the alligator clip here, and I'm going to shove the wire right up the bottom of this stalk, right inside there, and shove it up as far as I can into the stalk to get as much contact as I can. All right, we're going to do that next. Okay, so we'll shove this much copper wire up there. I think it's about as far as I'm going to be able to get shoved up in there. There's a joint up here that I'm going to have trouble pushing through, I think. So then we'll connect this right to there, and our coax will come up the bottom, and see what happens. So we've got the bottom stalk connected. Now we got to bond the two together. So the second stalk starts right here, and the first stalk stops right here. So I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to use this piece of wire to bond the two together. So now we bonded the two stalks together, coming out the top of the bottom one with copper wire shoved down into the center of the stalk. And this one here is going right up the center of that stalk and up into there. So that's our bond between the two stalks for our Corntenna. Let's get her mounted. There she is, the Corntenna. So we had to take off the top leaves because there's too much wind drag on it. Left a few on the bottom, might be still too much. So hanging a little crooked. Hopefully it'll hold up. We'll see. So we've got the Corntenna, we've got 16-foot radials coming down. I got them alligator clip to the fence. I've got one coming down the other side, alligator clipped to the fence over there. And I've got my third one coming up and over the shelter here. So I got it leaning towards the wind. So hopefully that'll help us out a little. It's a little heavy. Might have to make some little better modifications to the Corntenna. But that's it so far. We got the antenna analyzer out here. We're going to look and see what our resonance is. Let's see, let's climb up here to 14,200s. It's about 20 to 1. 14, 300, 20 to 1 about. Okay, let's do an SWR sweep and see what it looks like here. Okay, it's all along the top of the scale. It's maxed out at the top. All right, let's clear that. Okay, let's do a tune. Let's see if she tunes her up. Stand by. Okay, we got lots of clicking. Let's do another scan sweep here. All right. Oh, that looks pretty good. It's 1 for 1 to the tail end of the band, and I'm all within operating frequencies. Okay, that looks great. Good job, G90. All right, let's go make some calls. Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo, Kilo Lima Bravo, QSL.
Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo, do you copy?
Roger, Roger, Skip, you're 5-5, and this is Kevin in Iowa. How copy, over?
Roger, Roger, good. I've got you about about 4 343 QSL. Is that Kilo Lima Bravo?
Roger, 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 Roger. You're 5353 Iowa, QSL.
Thank you for the 5-3 in Iowa. I do appreciate that. Hopefully you're having a great day. Thanks for hunting me down. You take care of 73. I think it was Kilo Zero, question mark?
Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo, QSL.
All right, if I got that, Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo, Roger?
Roger, Roger. You're 5353 Iowa, India Alpha, QSL.
Well, I'm not sure if I got that right or not. I guess try it one more time.
Roger, 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 Roger. K0, KLB. You're 5353 Iowa, QSL.
Wow, there's just something going on with the band. I just completely lost you.
Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo. Roger, Roger. 53 Iowa.
Don't give up. I appreciate you trying to help me make contact today. K7 Sierra Whiskey for Parkside. Okay, thank you, David. We'll clear with Victor Echo 2, Juliet, Kilo Juliet. This is KM4TTT. I'm returning back over to Alpha Bravo 3 Tango Yankee.
Well, that was Jim in Florida at the YL system. I could hear him about a 5.3, 5.4, but he couldn't hear me. It's kind of the way the conditions have been today. I got my first 2 calls this morning right at 8:30 and 9 o'clock. After that, I haven't had any other calls since then. The band kind of quieted down after that first shot this morning. Could be 2 reasons for that. Could be band conditions for the day, or it could be that I'm using a Cornstalk for an antenna. So, you know what? I'm happy with 2 calls. Both of them were Texas. That's great. And I got out and made a couple QSOs, so I'm happy with that. So, you know, I'll call it a success. So, thanks for watching and stopping by. I appreciate it, everybody. 7-3.
Wait, there's more. Hold on.
Just a quick after note. It was so hot and windy today, the moisture in the stalk evaporated so much. It's dry as a bone in there. So that's probably had a lot to do with my transmitting abilities. The moisture that I was using as my conductor is gone. So it's all dried out. So, but it worked there for a while there early in the morning. And we did send some signals out early. But as the day got hotter and windier and drier, this is all dried out. Okay, that's it.
No. It wasn't the wind, Kev. It was heat. Truly, it was heat. Because even at the G90s level, you're still going to create a lot of heat in that. You know, I'll tell you a story from Parks on the this past weekend. I was using the Chameleon Mill Whip, the 2.0 vertical, right? And when I was done at all 3 parks, when I went to grab this, it was warm. It wasn't hot, but it was warm. And man, depending on how long you're out there doing that, man, I bet you that did kind of get warm in there and dry that thing out. And I love the part about the doggone popcorn. That was brilliant. You guys talking about making popcorn. Oh, that's the best joke ever. And so I went downstairs from looking for popcorn. We don't have any in the doggone house anywhere, of course. No! Yeah. Well, what can you do? Good joke. We had the chance, couldn't do it. Anyway, been fun to do. All right, we've got a topic question today. A lot of fun. You have an exotic place to go, and it doesn't have to be a tropical island. It could be someplace different. And here is the first one that came in that I loved. Antarctica. Think about that. Now, Siobhan from our channel is going to Antarctica, and I think it's in December this year. That's a wonderful one. Jenna, November 4th, Juliet Echo Hotel. Well done. Yes. Antarctica, that would be a great place to go. And that's very exotic too, right? Not like there's a lot of people there, for sure. Good for you. Good for you. Will also picks Antarctica from Jacksonville. So the warm people are going south. You see what's happening? The warm people are going south. Then Jenna says the Amazon forest. That'd be a good place to go. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Some places to go. And then Jenna, again, Mount Everest. My goodness, she's got lots of stuff today. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Avery, her sister, I would like to go in the middle of nowhere.
What is going on here?
Ron says, isn't Hayden doing his 24-hour contest? I haven't been told that, Ron. I watch some YouTube stuff, but I'm not really like a lot of you guys are really into all the YouTubers that are on ham radio, and I'm honored you watch this show because it's so darn long. I'm not sure. I don't have the answer to that, but thanks for asking. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Not sure. This is a good one from Ron in Canada. He says, Easter Island, for sure. Now, that'd be a cool place to go, right? Easter Island? Moses in Sweden, his exotic place is California. That's pretty cool. Yeah. What part of California? California is such a varied place, Moses. It really is. If you're in the northern part, very forest, very much forest and high mountains with snow on them. Beautiful. And then as you head south, you start getting into the really nice fertile valley, the two valleys they have, the San Joaquin and the Sacramento Valley. And then as you get over the Grapevine down south, the Bakersfield, you hit the Los Angeles Basin. That's where LA and Hollywood and all those places are, Disneyland, and you keep going south, and pretty soon you're in San Diego. It's a beautiful state. A lot of places there. And then in the southeastern part, you have Death Valley. You're below sea level. It's really hot. A lot of places in California. Let us know what part of California you'd want to work in. That's pretty cool, I think. When you're talking about that state, because it's such a varied state, really is. Will, who happens to be in Central California, my friend, anywhere not my kitchen table would be exotic. He says, seriously, I'd love to do a soda in the Sequoia National Forest, which is a few hours away from me. Go do it. Go do it, man. You'll have a ball. You will have something. Seriously, Will, go and activate that park, and you will have a ton of fun, and you'll be like I am. You'll be hooked on it. I swear, it's so much fun. Parks in the Air is a lot of fun. It really is. Ron, this is great. Ron in Western Pennsylvania, Whiskey 3 Mile Papa Golf. I'd like to operate from the White House. Excellent. Well done, sir. Okay. Somebody with brains has to be in there. Sorry. Is that a bad joke? Whining, Mount Rushmore, if I ever get back to the States. Boy, would that be a nice place to work. Ooh. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, too. Andy, Mike 7, Charlie Union November, Hawaii would be nice, playing radio and ukulele. LOL. Yep. My QRZ page has a picture of that, working at the park there. That's Kamaole 2 on Maui in Hawaii. And it was one of those memorable moments I always wanted to do, and so I had to get a picture of it, there in the park. It's a wonderful place to be, Andy. It really is. Especially if you're on the leeward side of the island, where don't get as much rain. On the windward side, you can get rainstorms, and it gets a little clear, nice weather, right? And then it starts to rain really hard again, and it just rinse, lather, repeat. But it's a fun place to go. Hawaii is great, man. Oh, it's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Wine, and he wants to work. This is getting a little bit too. You're getting a little too narrow here. He'd like to be at Mount Rushmore, on or above the president faces.
Now, I say, cut that out. What's it all about, boy? Elucidate.
I have no idea, but it's Winans. That's his in Africa. Okay, he's right there. Could you imagine? He's right there between Teddy Roosevelt and Lincoln. Trying to get the antenna. I don't know why it won't pound into the doggone ground.
I know what you're thinking, punk.
Yeah, right.
You're thinking, did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
This is the park ranger.
Now, to tell you the truth, I forgot myself in all this excitement.
Gosh, that was a great movie, wasn't it? Loved that movie. And this is when all the popcorn stuff started. Kevin, this is when Kevin, the popcorn joke started, from William in Jacksonville. Better watch what you say, Kevin. Those stalks have ears. And then Jenna gives a nice compliment about QRP. And then Jeff in Portland starts the popcorn. You know what? That made my day. It really did. That's so funny. And William, you're right. The G90 will literally tune a wet string, and that's the moisture in the cornstalk made things to be, electrically available to make the thing work. And then things dried out. Amazing. Kevin, great video. Really is. We'll have a link to Kevin's channel in the description section. Yeah, well, oh my gosh, wow. I know, right? Kevin's a genius. Who would have thought of that? And that's pretty cool. Ron then in Monroe, Washington. Don't show this to Josh, a ham radio crash course. He'll try and see how much it takes to make popcorn. Could you imagine? We have two cornstalks. They're set exactly linked end to end, and we're going to keep them on transmitting at 1,500 watts until we have popcorn going all over the place here.
What's the big idea? Don't stand there gawking, son. Speak up.
Oh, Rod, thank you very much. I needed that. It is. Yeah, and you know what? This is nice. Chris in the UK, 2 Echo Zero Union Kilo Hotel. This is ridiculously brilliant. It's pretty fun. But you know what? Honestly, it did. It really was cool to see that. It was popcorn. Mike Smith in Great Britain doesn't make popcorn if you put too much power into it, right? I know. Chris says, what sort of distances is he getting? I don't understand USA distances. That would be, let's see, that's about, what is that? Kevin from Iowa to Texas. That's going to be about 800 miles, kilometers, 1,200, around there, 1,000 to 1,200, right about there, Chris. Yeah. Winan, he says, wish some other radios have better tuning range, and that's for sure. Absolutely. The one thing you really say about the Zygu radios is they'll tune anything. They really do. That's a strength of Zygu, no question. Jenna says, wow, 2 QSOs with a Cornstalk, amazing. Red Summit, that's Charlie in Arizona. He says, exotic place question, mountaintop portable from the top of Mount Everest. I don't see it ever happening by anybody, especially me. Too dangerous, but wow, that'd be amazing. That's okay. There's someone's on the air. Yeah. Someone's on the air. And you have to have oxygen with you because you're so high. There's not much oxygen up there. Oh my gosh. You imagine C, Q, C. And he's taking oxygen every time he goes, sorry. Nice one, Red. That's pretty funny. That's nice. Dan could use a pond as an antenna. Don't give Kevin any more ideas. He'll end up like me.
My name is Larry.
Bad thing. William says, funny thing, I moved from Iowa to Florida. Oh my, yeah, that is very different. And Moses, yeah, that's the magic of amateur radio. Yesterday, we talked about this in the news. This is a really neat news story from the ARL. There's a really neat person who's an intern spending the summer at the American Radio Relay League headquarters. His name is Jerica Goodgame. Kilo India 5 Hotel Tango Alpha. And remember, we talked about that they reshaped the test bench, the shack there, W1HQ. I thought, wouldn't that be fun to show it to you guys? So here it is, the redone shack in W1HQ headquarters. And Jerica, you did a great job narrating this video. Take a look at this.
Hey everyone, I'm Jerica, KI5HTA. I'm the summer intern here at ARRL-HQ, and this is just an update on a special project we've been working on over the past year. Behind me you can see some of the antennas that make up the antenna farm here at HQ. Recently, we replaced an old set of antennas with a brand new tower and a stack of antennas. So let's go up on the roof and take a closer look. This is a small antenna farm used by the ARRL Radio Laboratory. The Radio Lab is a new project here to innovate in the space of a typical amateur radio installation inside of your home. On this brand new tower here, we have a 10 to 20 meter beam, a 6 meter Yagi, and verticals for UHF and VHF. You can also see over here, we have a tower with some satellite antennas on it, and then over in the distance, you can see one of the main towers for W1AW. Welcome to ARRL's new radio laboratory. This is an exciting space because for decades we've thought of amateur radio as being a desktop with some shelves, our radios tucked under the shelving, and then all of our accessories stacked on top of those shelves. It's kind of incredible because we think of amateur radio as a wireless avocation, and yet everyone knows that with all of our radios and antennas, there's a lot of wires. So one of the first things you might notice about the Radio Lab is there's not a lot of wires. This is because we've built a wiring management system, and that's this black piece that sort of circumnavigates the room here. It's set off the wall by some metal pegs, and the wires just sort of drape through it, and it allows us to manage the station rather neatly. You can see each of the operating positions are on rolling wheels. They're just conventional desktop height, But how many times have you been working on your station and needed to get behind your radios? Well, our equipment is able to roll right out and you can get behind that very easily. The other thing you don't see is a lot of gear on the table, and that's because we've employed the use of 2 equipment racks where things such as our ham radio transceivers, amplifiers, and some of our other accessories reside. From the racks, we can manage the power, including both 110 and 220 volt power, but also 12 volt power that some of the equipment needs. Most of that gear is hidden away in these racks, and the interface that the amateur radio operator will use is the visual display of some of these radios, including a microphone, a Morse code key, a keyboard, and a mouse. This operating position includes an ICOM IC9100 and a satellite station. This operating position includes a flex radio. Flex is well known for its highly computer-controlled interface. This operating position is our radio automation test bench. Many of you might be familiar with ARRL product review. An extension of product reviews in the future will be to take that piece of gear that we're testing, put it on this test bench, and see how it integrates with a station that's already under full automation and control. A lot of the amateur radio gear coming out these days has digital interfaces that you can connect to a computer so that you can control your devices. We're interested to see how a lot of the radios in this industry can play along with each other. So this is a test space where we can create a highly automated station, and a bonus of that is that the station can be operated remotely. So I could be located anywhere and I can remote into the station and be able to operate it. Thanks for visiting the new ARRL Radio Laboratory, and watch for much more coming out from the ARRL Radio Lab, both in QSC product review and even on the air.
That is phenomenal work for a young lady that age. Seriously. She did that so well. She's an intern. She's spending her summer there in Connecticut at ARRL headquarters. What things did you get out of that? I loved the idea of the hidden wires. That's really it's very cosmetically pleasing, right? You don't see any wires because that little board goes kind of right alongside the wall and you don't see any wires from it. And she did such a great job of explaining piece by piece by piece. Jerica, you've got a good future ahead of you, and your future is very, very bright. Really. Well done. Well done. Someone coming from radio a long time, you know, you can tell when they have the natural talent. Jerica, good job. And I hope you had a good time this summer volunteering as an intern at the American Radio Relay League. All right, guys, we're going to take time and celebrate somebody that watched the channel, and I'm really grateful to do this because it's my chance to just say thank you to you for being part of the show here. So, if you give me a chance, let's zoom on over to this page, and we're going to say hello to Robert Varner, Kilo Charlie 2, Tango Echo Lima. Robert lives in Garfield, New Jersey, and we are so grateful to be able to say thank you to you, Robert. I mean that. Here's where he's at. He is very close to New York City and all the incredible boroughs of New York. Look at, he's real close there, not far from Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. If you zoom out a little bit farther, you can kind of see there's Garfield, New Jersey. And here we go, close to New York, a little farther out. That's where he's at. And in the States, take a look at this. That is incredible. Robert, thank you. I mean, I think of that coast to coast, man. You're here. That is so cool. And, you know, there's one more picture that is on his QRZ page I really, really liked. Let me see if I got it here real quick. I should have it, but it didn't download. So I want to show it because for me, this is pretty special. And I think it's one of the things that sets your QRZ page off real well, Robert. Again, Kilo Charlie 2, Tango Echo Lima. And this is the picture coming up. Give me just a second to make it go up. And we're going to listen to Village People as we move on with this. So Robert in Garfield, New Jersey, and what sets his check off really well, he's got a picture on top of his radio of his little kitty cat enjoying a spot right there on top of the Yaesu rig. Isn't that cool? Yep, that's a Yaesu FT950 and the kitty cat keeping warm on top. Robert, all the way from New Jersey. Man, I am honored and humbled that you listen and watch the shows all the way from coast to coast in New Jersey. Kilo Charlie 2, Tango Echo Lima. Thank you very much. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, mate. Thank you for watching Ham Radio Live and make it part of your day. Thanks, Mick. Okay, I'll still do it. I'm embarrassed to say something, but I'll tell you because we're friends and it goes no further than between us, right? This isn't a public, this is not public place. It's just private. True story. True story. The Village People was my first concert. Really? It was. Yeah, my first concert. It was back in 1979. And my cousin and I went, and it was a fun show. Gosh, they were great. Really were. All right, let me catch up with your final comments again. Today's topic question: what exotic place would you like to use your radio at? I've had a chance to use it in Hawaii, which is where I always wanted to use a radio. That was fun. I did both shortwave listening and I did ham. I had a great time. I think if I was to go someplace else now, I'd like to go someplace in Europe to try and get it right over there from their place of perspective and see how things go. Or Australia. Those are my two. So I'm kind of stuck between the two. Those are exotic places to me because as a kid, we grew up dirt road poor. That's the true story. Yeah. So that would be a fun place to go. Scotter Dog says, I'd use an Arizona cactus as an antenna, but they're protected. That is absolutely true. Aaron Lutz from Canada, I'd like to operate from Midway Island. That'd be great. Victor Echo 5 Lima Golf. And Midway is a wildlife preservation preserve. Really special place. You have to get permission. It takes a long time. But boy, once you got that permission, oh, you'd be working a heck of a pile up for sure, Aaron. Yes, you would. Man. Mike Smith, Golf Zero Romeo Foxtrot Delta, Lundy Island. That would be fun. My gosh. I'm not exactly sure where that's at, Mike. I want to see. Wait, let's find out. Let me quickly look up Lundy Island at the next. Let me do that. Lundy Island. Because I'm not familiar with every place on Earth. Let me see here. Island, and there we go. Lundy Island. Okay, off the coast of North Devon, where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Bristol Channel with nothing between it and America. Hang on. I'll get you a little picture, I think, of it, hopefully. Wait. Yeah, it's kind of one of those like you accept all of the terms and agreement to watch the thing. Here it is. I'll show you what I'm looking at real quick. So this is it right here. Here's Lundy, and it kind of gives you an idea. So this is where he'd like to work. It's pretty cool. Look at the view, man. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yep, between the UK and North America. Thank you for that. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet, Mike. Thank you for that. Pretty cool. Winan says, yes, everything under 30 degrees Celsius is getting cold. 20 is freezing, and that's like snow for me. Indeed. Indeed. William in Jacksonville would like to work from the Galapagos Islands. That's a really neat island chain. Wow. That would be fun to do. It's interesting how a lot of people are picking islands, That's kind of cool. I like that. Islands, except for Antarctica and Europe or Australia. I know. Let's see. Scotter Dog's happy just working from his shack. That's a man at peace, and we honor that. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, William, California is every biome in one state. It is. It's a full state of everything. Topography, so different. It's just beautiful. Really was. Chris, his very good neighbors would not complain. There you go. Yep. Anders, Larry, time to go home. Now it's dark. Haha. Good, I know the place well. There you go. Moses clarifies he wants Southern California, that is. My father is a Californian, I believe, born in South, but he grew up in North, yet I have never been there, albeit I do want to operate from KPH Maritime in the North. Okay. Very specific. Nice. Jeff in Portland, the longer one is into the hobby, the more one sees. I've seen folding metal chairs, bed springs, house gutters, metal fencing, metal bridge, strings of Christmas lights, and more uses HF antennas. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It really is to do that. There, William, you got the joke. There you go. Do you feel lucky, punk? Well, do you? Yeah. Moses in Sweden, what I'm really looking forward to, though, is spending time for my eventual vessel. Make sure it's very, very sturdy and it's not going to be sinkable, okay? Yeah. My vessel. There you go, Kev. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. 1,300 kilometers. I was close. I said 1,000 to 1,200. We're not too far. Yeah, that's nice. Good call. Kevin, just got off the road and read the chat comments. Hilarious. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks, Larry. Thank you, Kevin, for the video. Thanks for sending it to me. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice of you to do that. Yeah. William, that's Steve Goodgame's child unit, as he calls her. Yeah! Poor Jerica, the child unit. Charlie calls his a human resource. Excellent. Jenna, the ARL should put a couple of cornstalks up there to make popcorn for visitors. Oh boy, that's maybe not going to be the right thing to do, but oh, great. Ron, and he liked the wire management system. That's a good idea. That's neat. That whole video, that little 3-minute video from the ARL regarding what W1HQ is doing, it's very nice. I mean, like my chair's on wheels, right? It's pretty simple. But my desk isn't, and I like that idea. You can, move things out, take a quick look behind, instead of picking the radio up, spinning it around. It's great stuff. Some good ideas in there. And plus the radios, everything are in the, the stacks, they're in, the little cupboards here that are going to be, cooled. Man, some neat ideas. Have a real clean looking shack. Notice there wasn't one radio sitting on a desk. It was fantastic. Loved that video. Just loved it. I think we're good. I think we caught everybody up, and I think we're good to almost go. Hold on. Mike is here. Kilo Fox 4 Bravo Oscar Golf. Welcome. Good afternoon, Mike. Happy Thursday to you, as always. And William says, Phil Collins was my first concert at the Tacoma Dome. Still standing. It's funny. The King Dome was built in Seattle about 1975, 76, opened in 77. But then the little Tacoma Dome came up right around 1979 or 80. Tacoma is south of Seattle, about 25 miles. But it still stands, and the King Dome is no longer there. It's kind of interesting, the history of how that all went. Tommy LaBeouf, welcome back. Kilo for Victor Tango Echo. Good to have you. And I think, there we go, William would really like to work from the Arizona Memorial. That might be a tough one. That's a you know what I'm talking about. It's a burial ground. It's to celebrate and honor the dead there, which is kind of tough. Casey, but I get what you're saying. How about working from the Midway, just a little bit away, just that you can see it's right there. That'd be good, right? Work on them with their antennas. That'd be cool. Casey, Kilo Charlie 7 ABC from Phoenix. My first concert was 10 years after at Big Surf Water Park in Tempe, Arizona. How cool would that be? That'd be awesome. Jeez. Jen, another exotic place on top of the Eiffel Tower. Anyway, well, technically Australia is an island. No, not technically. It is not. That's not true. But anyway, thanks for playing along, William. We appreciate you coming to the show today. Sorry. Oh, man. It's good to see you guys today. It's a lot of fun. Andy said worked a concert with Phil Collins. So were you on stage with Phil, or were you... Just playing with you. Anton, thanks for the comment about like and subscribe. We appreciate that. The shows are not monetized. I don't make money doing it. I do this to give back and have fun. Okay, and that's really it. And to try and help people get into radio, whether it be their technician or their, general or their amateur extra. It's really important to me to license up as high as you can. I don't know why. It just is. Because I think you deserve everything you can in amateur radio. You work so hard to get it. Right? Why not get all you can? That's why I'm really pulling for Jenna and Avery today and wishing them the very best. I'm going to close with this today before we go. And we're not going to... we have not done trivia yet. I know we'll get called out for that. Let's go up to the crow's nest and see the angry hams, see what they have to say right up there.
I love French singers.
I love French fries.
French fries? I don't get that.
You didn't order any.
Angry hams. All right. Question 1. The world is ahead by 10, 60 to 50. Here's question 1. Who developed the system of dots and dashes used for Morse code in the year 1838? Was it A, Samuel Morse? Was it B, Jim Morse? Jim Morse? Really?
No!
Was it C, Guillermo Marconi, or D, Alexander Graham Bell? Please let me know with A, B, C, or D. First one right gets the points. Good luck. Jim Morse. getting a little desperate for names here. Winan, first one in from Namibia. He answers Jim Morse. Winan, why did you do that? Poor Winan. I love you, Winan. You know I do. Andy New comes in number 2 with Samuel Morse, and he got it 100% correct. Well done, Andy. All right. The world is pulling way away now. Yep, 65 to 50. Yeah, it was Samuel Morse. That's who developed, Morse code. That was it. So, next question of 3. It is possible to receive an RST, which is a received signal report of 599, and still have key clicks on your CW signal. Is that possible? Can you get a 599 RST and still have key clicks on your CW signal? Well, it's either true or it's false. Let me know with A or B. First one with the right answer gets the points. Good luck. Tommy LaBeouf answers with, oh gosh, he really did. This is terrible. This is Al Gore, really? No! Okay. All right. Andy New with Mike 7, Charlie November, trying to now go 2 for 2, I believe, because I think he didn't go the last question yesterday. He is now 2 for 2. Here we go. Trying to tie the record of 3 for 3. It is true. Yeah, you can have a 599 and still have key clicks on your CW signal. You can. Yep, that's true. So Andy from from Wales, in the UK. What did you say, the UK? Can we do that? Mike 7, Charlie, November, yes. Congratulations, you got it. That's good. Steve had B, Jenna with A, Aaron with A, Anton with A, Mike with B, Cliff with B, Ron with A, Wine with B. Steve says yes in a contest. Okay, let's see. And then Anton RST doesn't say anything about key clicks. There you go. William with A and Winan with A. Well done. And Andy's keeping score. I think I had the last one yesterday. I had the last one yesterday. Larry, don't forget, I had the last one yesterday.
It's mighty hospitable of you.
Okay. All right, because Andy, I know you love these. Here you go. Good luck. See if you can break your record of 3 for 3 pop trivia. What's the smallest country in the world today? Is it A, Kuwait, B, Vatican City, C, Taiwan, or D, Monaco? Smallest country in the world today. A, Kuwait, B, Vatican City, C, Taiwan, or D, Monaco. A, B, C, or D. First one right gets the points. Good luck. Andy, you're being way too critical. I said it's in the UK. I said, Andy, remember I said Bristol, not Wales, Bristol, the UK. Let's just say it's in the UK. Andy, relax. You just see Andy's like pouring over his computer. Give the third question, please, Larry. The third question, I need it now. All right. Calm down, Andy. Here we go. Moses, first one in, he has A, Kuwait. And that is not correct. Andy knew our UK, Mike 7, Charlie, November guy, with B, Vatican City. 4 for 4, he did it. Look at that. He did it, 4 for 4. It's right. That's the smallest country in the world today. It is. Steve also got it. Grant Victor Kilo 3 Golf Delta Tango. Welcome, by the way. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us. Avery with B. William Myers got it. William in Akron got it. Cliff Boltz got it. Anton got it. William got it. Jason got it. Mike got it. William Wine said, I had none today. Don't worry about it. Tommy LaBeouf got it as well. And Rod in Pennsylvania. I would like to do the first Moon Poda. Why not? Why not? Man. Yeah, it's Vatican City. It is. And, the interesting thing about Vatican City, in case you don't know, just in case you don't know, Vatican City is really, really tiny. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, measuring just 0.2 square miles, which is almost 120 times smaller than the island of Manhattan. It's situated on the western bank of the Tiber River, which is Vatican City's 2-mile border, and it's landlocked by Italy. Let's take a quick look at Italy. And these are, by the way, the list of the smallest countries in the world. Vatican City 1, Monaco 2, Nauru 3, Tuvalu 4, San Marino 5, and so forth. And here it is. Look at that, Vatican City, just right there in the middle. And as you kind of zoom in a little bit, you kind of see a little bit of it and how small it is compared to, Italy around it. And there it is, along Italy. There you go, Vatican City. Congratulations, Andy, you got 4 in a row. Congratulations. You sleep well tonight now. Be a happy boy. Remember, I said UK. Right? I said UK. You get more buzzed about this than anything. I'm going to start saying it on purpose now, man. Andy is from Wales, and he got 4 for 4. Congratulations, Andy, in Wales. Well done, Andy. All right. All right, guys, it's been fun to play with you today. It really has been. And we really want to close by just wishing some big luck to Jenna and Avery, taking their test to try and get the best. Girls, go in there relaxed. Go in there confident. And, to be honest, say a prayer. Really, say a prayer. That if it's meant to be, it will. But if it's not, that you have the power to accept that. That was a prayer I said about 3.5 years ago. Good luck to both of you, wherever you may be, folks. We want to help you get your license. Contact the Radio Society of Great Britain. Great people to help you get licensed. You just get a hold of them at www.rsgb.com.org. They'll help you out. I have to put this up. This is so funny. Ron, I am in my own country. Thank you, Ron. Andy's being very defensive now. You said Wales. I'm not Welsh. Any Bristolian would react the same way. Oh, Andy, we're so glad you're here from Wales. You're asking me to do this to you. Just stop. It's okay, man. You got the record. Have fun with that, man. I did. Rewind the show, and you'll hear Larry say, Wales, no, Bristol, in the UK. UK. I tried to correct myself because I know it bothers you, so I did that. If people said I was from the Southwest, it wouldn't bother me. I don't care because it's not that important to me, but I know it is to you. I'm sorry I made the terrible mistake that ruined your 4 in a row. Congratulations, man. Really, I mean that. That's going to be the screenshot of this show. Look for the thumbnail. Here it is. There you go. Folks, it's really nice to have you here. And I really am trying hard to make sure we really wish Jen and Avery good luck tonight on the amateur extra license. Girls, do your best. Relax, have fun, have confidence, say a quick prayer, and everything will be okay. We've got a first-time sign-off. This is kind of a sad one. It's the final radio sign-off of a station in Orange, Texas. And you can kind of feel the emotion here of this station as they're going off the air for the final time. This is a special sign-off, and I hope you enjoy it. This is from KOGT in Orange, Texas, down the southwest part of Texas, not too far away from Beaumont and Galveston. Good place. Till we meet again. My name is Larry. My call sign amateur radio is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Andy, take a deep breath and just enjoy life. Until we see each other tomorrow, hopefully, God bless you and goodbye, everybody.
Hometown Radio, KOGT, that is Amy Nicole and Zydeco Soul. And no, we're not going to the Texas State Network News. It's not happening. Here on Hometown Radio, KOGT, Orange, Texas, KOGT.com, on the World Wide Web. Hey, do me a favor. Unplug that and plug this in. I got to go over here and...
This?
No. Unplug the thing that takes the music from here and put it in here.
Oh, right. Okay. There we see it.
Yeah.
This one?
I hope so. Right in that hole right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see if I got the right one.
I'll tell you in a minute. Yep, you got the right one. All right. I have one more song. And if you haven't cried yet, you darn sure will on this one. Hometown Radio, KOGT, Orange, Texas. It is 6 o'clock at 1600. And it's been the best party of my life for the last 30 years. We've got a message from Gary Stelly, and then we're out, y'all. Check you on the radio.
Well, we've come to the end of 2021, and unfortunately, it is also the end of our time with KOGT. When we started our journey, the goal was to entertain the people of Orange County and the surrounding area with our music, sports, and personalities. I think we've done that to the best of our ability with the hand that we were dealt, and by the outpouring of support we received just this week, most of you think we have too. We were here for you, Orange. We let Beaumont take care of Beaumont and Port Arthur take care of Port Arthur. We wanted to be your radio station. We've been knocked down and we've gotten back up several times. You've also helped us get back up on our feet several times, and it won't be forgotten by me and my family. But unfortunately, times change, people change, and decisions have to be made. On behalf of our crew, Dan, Mags, Janet, Russ, Dave, Bobby, and Clay, along with yours truly, Gary Stelly, and my wife, Angie, and my family, we thank you for making KOGT part of your day.
This is 1600 AM KOGT, Orange, Texas. KOGT now leaves the air to return tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. KOGT is owned and operated by GCAP Communications Incorporated, with studios and transmitter located at 5304 North Meeks Drive, Orange, Texas, 3 1/2 miles northwest of the Orange County Courthouse. KOGT operates on an assigned frequency of 1600 kilohertz until 6 o'clock in the morning, when we greet you once again. On behalf of the staff and management, here's wishing you a very pleasant good night.
Ja, hallo. Ik zie dat u dubbel glas verkoopt. Ja. Heeft u toevallig een stukje staan van 4 bij 8 meter? Alleen in matglas. Ze hebben alleen matglas. Nou, dat zien ze meteen. Nee, sorry. U kunt nu meteen komen zetten. Mooi, 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 mooi. Wat kost het? Is dat inclusief stopverf? Oh, geef niet. Kijk gewoon nog even verder. Bedankt.